Hello, my name is Nessa O'Mahony, and I am one of the editors of this beautiful book, Empty House. Myself and Alice Kinsella have had great fun in editing this wonderful collection of writing on the climate crisis. And very excited this evening to introduce you to one of the contributors, the famous Irish singer-songwriter Luka Bloom, who wrote actually a Facebook status update in back in 2019 when he was responding to those appalling bushfires that were spreading throughout Australia and remembering an incredibly happy time that he and his band toured in that area. And I follow Luca on Facebook and read that post and thought it just captured so much of what we were trying to explore in our anthology, just the incredible decimation that climate change can create. So I sent Luca a message, and he very kindly agreed to allow us to use this piece, Little Blue Vase, in the anthology. And I'm really looking forward to hearing him read it now.
Little Blue Vase, New Year's Eve 2019. In April 2019, I drove through quite a bit of New South Wales and Australia with my dream team of Mark and Hannah. One of our drives was from Katoomba in the Blue Mountains to Sydney, then on down the coast to Mollymook by the Sea, into Milton for a show. Then on past Bateman's Bay, onto the King's Highway, through the woods and hills to Canberra. This was over a 4-day period in mid-tour. Before leaving Braidwood, I asked for a minute to visit the public bathroom on the main street. Now, entering a public bathroom can be a challenge sometimes, but as soon as I opened the door of this public loo in Main Street, Braidwood, there was a little blue vase, holding fresh flowers in this immaculately clean bathroom. I was so surprised I took a picture. I thought about the person who took the time to pick the flowers and leave the wee vase in the public loo. It said to me, "Welcome to our town. Enjoy the facilities. We are happy you stopped by, and maybe leave the place as clean as you found it." It gave me a little moment of sensing the community spirit in Braidwood, New South Wales. There was a welcome and there was trust. Why is this significant to me right now on December the 1st, 2019? Well, as I sit here in lovely Northwest Clare, I cannot ignore that the town of Braidwood, like so many towns in Australia, is surrounded by fire, ash and smoke. The King's Highway that brought me through Braidwood is closed and will be for weeks because of fires. In beach towns on the southern coast of New South Wales, whole communities are sheltering on the beach, watching their town burn, with ashes and embers blowing all around them. There are people I sang to last April who today are crying out for air and water because there is no rain. This feels like a significant moment on our earth. There's so much noise, so much anger. We are so preoccupied with our differences, political, regional, tribal, religious, gender. And yet, in the end, our collective needs on earth are so very simple and clear. Air, water, shelter, food. Hello? As a young lad, when I wasn't busy making a total mess of my life, I was always a dreamer, and right now I feel my childhood dreams returning. I still harbour this foolish dream that one day we will set aside what appear to be our differences, or maybe that we will celebrate them. and simply come together, because we need to. Air, water, shelter, food. For so many people in the world, it is a struggle to achieve these simple essential needs. Just as Australia welcomes each new dawn before the rest of us, apart from New Zealand, it is now seeing the worst of climate change before we do. And so at the end of 2019, I'm raging, not with anger, there's enough of that to go round. Raging with a powerful, innocent love. Love of every river that wants to run with clean water. Love of every ocean that longs to be free of plastic. Love of every tree our foolishness is losing. Love of every animal, fish and bird who longs for the simplicity of life itself. And most of all, love of people. When I was born, my first introduction to nature was my mother and then my father. It begins with people. How we are with each other. How we care for each other. How we welcome each other. How we forgive each other. How we mind our earth and how we share what the earth gives us. Sometimes it takes a catastrophic rock bottom to be able to see clearly what is actually essential. And if this is not our rock bottom, then we are close. Back to the blue vase. I am quiet this New Year's Eve, and happily so. As I sit and dream of great days ahead, I hope the person in Braidwood, New South Wales, who offered the blue vase and the flowers is safe and well. I hope you are safe, with water to drink and clean air to breathe. I look forward to visiting Braidwood again someday, and to maybe sing a few songs. You did a good thing the day you unknowingly brought a smile to a visiting stranger. Thank you. I hope the rain comes. I hope the air clears. I hope the fires end. And I hope we learn and change. A little epilogue to that story that I posted on New Year's Eve on my Facebook page in 2019 New Year's Eve is that I made contact in the end with the woman who contributed the blue vase of flowers. Her name is Margaret, and at the time that was one of her jobs for the community. A lovely woman in Braidwood for whom I hope to get to sing someday. Thank you.